In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to replace the rollers on a folding shower door. I'll also demonstrate what to do if it's all rusted and needs to be drilled out. So this is what the shower door looks like. If I try and slide this door, it's actually stuck. Look at that, it doesn't want to move. There is the roller and it's completely finished. Look at that. So it's just scraping along the track here. And that's why it's worn this down. Up here, it's scratching. The roller is also damaged. It should be sliding nicely. It's also very stiff here. Right, so what we're changing are these. Right, so the rollers look like this. There's the screw and there's the roller. So what I need to do is remove the old rollers. That means I need to undo a screw. The sequence for removing the door safely, if you're one person, is to remove this roller, then that roller, then the bottom part of the door is essentially free. Then you can remove the top rollers, then lift the door and remove it. If you are two people and you want space to work, you can remove that roller, then this roller, which will essentially free this part of the folding door, and that can open, giving you lots of space to work there, and then lastly over there, and then you can unhook the whole door. You will need someone to hold the door because there'll be a lot of force sitting on this edge here. Now at the bottom, I also have to unscrew the rollers, but this one over here is already out of its position. So I'm starting at the top. So over there's a screw, and on this side there's a screw. Now it's not that easy to get to, so notice how I have to put my hand on the inside here. And there I'm unscrewing the roller on the top. Right, so there's the screw. Now I need to support the door. So either have a second person or put something here so that the door can lean on it. I have this battery and the door is going to lean on this battery. So I've actually undone the roller so I can actually lift this out like that. And the door is being supported by that battery on the floor. Now this one in the corner here is literally holding on for dear life, but I'm going to get to it in a moment. The one at the bottom, there's no way of unscrewing that. I actually have to drill this out, and that's why I removed the top side first. Because look at that screw, it is totally rusted. Now there's also one in the corner here that's also rusted, and it will also need to be drilled out and the roller changed. Now ideally you will want to start at the bottom, but I had to start on the top because all of mine are rusted except for the one on the top. So here at the bottom, I can't get this out unless I drill it. And the only way I can drill it is if I create space. And I created space by releasing that one at the top to open the door. This screw is completely stripped. I can't use a screwdriver, I have to drill the head off the screw. Just note that I am supporting the door. There's a platform there for the door to lean on. Ideally, if you have two people, they could support the door while you're drilling. Right, so this has actually come loose. So it's just the top one that I need to release because that's freed itself there. Right, so this is the top one. All I need to do is unscrew this screw. Now, very important, this is holding the whole door at the top. So once I release this, the door is going to want to lean to the right. In my case, I've got some supports there at the bottom to hold the door when it comes off. So I'm now releasing this screw. It is still stuck in the sleeve there, so I just need to lift and it will come out. So I'm just lifting and there we go. And there. Come out. So I just lifted, it cleared this lip here, and the entire door is now off. Right, now that the door is off, thoroughly clean the rail here. And here at the bottom, I'm just going to clean it. If you look closely, if I put my fingers here, it's actually sticky, especially over here, it's actually sticky. Now some people try to lubricate this with grease. I'm going to clean this to remove whatever is here, probably some old lubricant. I'm using a rubbing alcohol, it's not a hand sanitizer. It's 80% alcohol, no glycol. Very good at removing grease. And I'm just taking a brush and cleaning inside here. If you're finding it difficult to get in here, you can also use a toothbrush, especially in these corners. You can also wrap a screwdriver in a towel and then just scoop it out like this. It allows you to get in there, the alcohol is in there and it is dissolving the lubricant. Right, so I've taken the whole shower door outside, I've given it a clean, and I'm just going to drill out those last rollers. Now you might not have this problem, but unfortunately this thing has got completely rusted, so I have to drill this out. I already started drilling it out on the back, and I just need to get this piece off. Right, so I'm just drilling this out. Right, I've drilled it out, so now I'll be able to insert my screw and then put the roller on. Now over here, this one is also completely rusted. So I also have to drill this one out. As I'm showing here, this is not even turning. It's fused. Even if I try and unscrew that, it just disintegrates. So I'm taking my drill bit and I'm going to drill in the center there. Now this is the replacement roller, but it comes with quite a long screw. So even if I put that screw in just towards the end, it's going to scratch. Because there's the screw. If I thread it any more, it's going to scratch at the back here. And notice how much of the screw is coming out. So that means I have to use a shorter screw. because the place where the screw fits through is actually very thin. So just measure it now and make sure the screw is not too long or not too short. So in my case, I have to choose a shorter screw. Right, so I've got a selection of screws here and a selection of washers. So I'm going to use the shorter screw. It does come with a little washer. It's going to be like that. And the one hole that's damaged, I might use one of these types of washers. Right, this is the top side of the door. Notice there's this plastic fitting here, and this is a clip, and this clip holds the nipple. Right there is the nipple. So I'm going to push it in there and it's going to fasten on that nipple so that this side of the door doesn't come out. Right, now it's time to hook the door on the rail. Now it's easier if you have two people. I'm going to hook this over here, and I'm going to do the same for that side. So that's hooked in place. Note, I have not put the rollers on yet. And that side's hooked in place. Now at the bottom, it's just resting there. It's not in place at the bottom. So this is what it looks like at the bottom. So now I'm going to fit the rollers on the top. I'm going to start with the back one. There's the roller. So I'm going to open that screw, thread the screw through the hole. I'm going to put the roller in the groove. Right, now just push it against the side into that nipple. If you're one person, attach the top both sides. Yes, it will be a little bit tricky at the bottom when you're fitting the rollers, but this is stable and safer. Now, if you've got an extra set of hands or you've got something to position the door so it doesn't fall, then you can fit this one before you do that one. So that makes it easier. Right, I just put a screwdriver underneath just to support it, to raise the door a little bit. Right, and I can push it in there, a little clip. If you're battling to get the screw in, just lift the door a little bit and then the screw will be able to go in easily. Right, I'm just wedging the screwdriver underneath here to lift the door so I can align the roller and the screw. Alright, so now that the rollers have been placed, it moves nice and freely. Now, should you lubricate this channel? The answer is no. However, you might find some of these fittings are a bit worn. Look how bent this one is. It's almost leaning and it is scraping along the steel rail here. So in this case, if you really have to, you can put a lubricant. I recommend just using a silicone spray. Now, preferably don't spray it all along here. It's too much. Just put some on your finger or on a tissue and just coat this a little bit with the silicone. Right, so I can coat my finger and coat the rail here. And if you are going to spray it, just do a quick spray. That's it. It will coat as it moves along. If you still need a little bit more, just do one quick spray. Doesn't need a lot of lubricant. If you do this repair and your folding door is still scratching on the rail and the track, then I have another video showing how to reform the plastic components, the hinge components, in order to lift the door a little bit so that it doesn't scrape. That video is in the description.